Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Two Fat Guys in a Dream. Of course, I'm your host of the most, Truman Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined here by Scott, my father. Steen, Scott, how are you doing?
The paterfamilias is here.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I do want to, before we get too deep into this, I do want to give, as always, a shout out to the artist who does our music on all of these podcasts that you see here on the Open Disaster channel, Chandler ! Over there on Spotify. He's got a couple new songs out over there, so I want to make sure that let's plug in those links. Appreciating the guys that get you there, So,
of course, why don't you just say Chandler?
Yeah,
instead of saying ! To be a lot quicker. But.
Well, then, because people might just put it in all caps on Spotify. You never know these days.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. But welcome, everybody, into another episode of Two Fat Guys in a Dream. Of course, we are back. We took a one week hiatus. It just didn't work out last week. I was supposed to, on Thursday, we were getting ready for the Super Bowl. We were getting some stuff around, moving some stuff, putting some stuff together. As you can see, I don't have to have my background up anymore because it's a much cleaner area back here now instead of what it was before. So now it's just a normal basement instead of just a mess that was back there. So that was part of what we were doing on that Thursday. Friday, we had Valentine's Day for me. That was what we were doing. And then Saturday and Sunday was just, I think me and you were both in kind of full swing Super Bowl mode for the most part, where it would have been trying to scoot one in on Sunday or scoot one in Saturday night. I think we were just, sometimes you simplify life,
So, I don't know, for the first 15 years of your life, every year I hosted a Super Bowl party for you and your friends.
Mm-hmm.
How many invites to your Super Bowl party have I gotten, Truman?
Do you want to come?
0. The correct answer is 0.
I didn't think you would want to come.
Invite ever. Not one.
I didn't think this. I didn't think you could have sat down here, right there on that couch. You could have sat there with 30 other people down here in the basement and watched on this TV.
You had 30 people.
We probably had 30 people upstairs and downstairs at least. I would say.
Yes, that's too many people.
Yeah, I know it's too many people for you. I know you wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Oh, for the game, you can't. Yeah.
No. When it's the Chiefs, everybody's really into it, to be fair. Since it's been the Chiefs the last 2 years, everybody's been really focused on it. So that's helped.
But people still don't shut the fuck up. They still yak.
There wasn't too much yakking. Like I could hear the commentary. And to be fair, I'm mostly the one yakking for the most part. So that helps. Speaking of yakking, someone did throw up right at the beginning of overtime. So that happened also.
Well,
so
they timed it perfectly. They weren't counting on overtime.
No, yeah, they said I can make it. I can make it. Yeah, no. So all right.
They say overtime is not the friend of the person trying to not to puke.
Wait, does everybody get free wings? Do we all get? Wasn't that a thing? Don't we all get free wings because the Super Bowl went to overtime?
What are you talking about?
Doesn't Buffalo Wild Wings give out free wings, or was it only if you're at Buffalo Wild Wings do you get the free wings?
I have no idea. That would make a lot more sense.
I remember always seeing the ads where it's like, overtime, free wings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, I gotta Google now. I gotta check that. All right, so let's talk about
famous health podcast talking about free Buffalo wings. Oh, Monday. Monday, February 26th. Open with the plug.
What's that?
Monday, February 26th. Free wings from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. You get 6 boneless or traditional wings for free.
Okay. Well, it won't be busy at all. That'd be great. What day is that on? The 26th?
The 26th of February, 1 week from Monday.
Oh, perfect. 2 to 5, that time that everybody wants to stop by and have wings.
Perfect. Excellent. Buffalo Wild Wings time, as we all know. Yeah. All right. Welcome everybody into Two Fat Guys in a Dream. Let's get into it. Let's recap our week. Scott, I weighed in this week. So we took 2 weeks off, and so what I will say is that I think taking 2 weeks off here kind of helps keep things in perspective. Because I think if we would have I know that I weighed less, or I actually weighed more last week. So I weighed, because we thought we were going to record. So I had sent my weight. It was actually, I think, 255.1 last week. And to be fair, I'd had my birthday on Tuesday. We had just been, people wanted to take me out. It didn't work out where I hadn't worked out as much as I wanted to or eaten as healthy as I wanted to. It was a birthday week, listen. And so I didn't, I was actually a little heavier, but now I'm at 254 this week. It means I lost 0.5 pounds from the last time that we recorded this show. And the thing that helps me keep it in perspective is it means that I lost weight between my birthday and the Super Bowl. Over those 2 weeks, I managed to lose weight. And And thinking about it that way, it helps keep everything in perspective, where sometimes when you do, we talk about this, depending on how often you're weighing in, sometimes it'll feel like the sky is falling, and sometimes it'll feel awesome. But, it really is, how is your body changing over time? It's not what is it day to day, week to week, month to month, or, it is kind of month to month, I guess. But it is how is your body permanently changing for the better. And so this helps keep that in perspective, that 5 pounds on the Super Bowl isn't the end of the world, but you're gonna have to lock in. You're gonna have to figure it out the last and cut your calories on the upcoming days, the upcoming week or so, to get back. So
very true, very true.
Yeah, it means overall I'm up to 27.5 pounds lost, which is again over a third of my goal. 0.61% that day, half a pound. Not the best. I'm really starting to flip a switch. We'll talk a little bit more about it here later when we're doing a little fast food minute. We're going to run through the best fast food fish sandwiches for Lent and such.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a little bit of challenge round. So
it starts today, actually, or yesterday.
Yeah, Ash Wednesday was yesterday. Yeah, Harrison Bucker, only one at the Chiefs parade, had the cross on his forehead. Very, very interesting. Okay. But I don't know. But yeah. So all that being said, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I think I've got a couple things I want to say, but we'll save it for there. All right, Scott, let's get into yours. Weighed in this week, 312.5 means you lost 0.9 pounds from the last time we recorded. 14.97%.
Now, I want to say for the record, recording last week, I was down 2.3 pounds.
You were down 2 point. You were down to 311.1? 311.
Correct. And I had my thing going on. I said if I lost 5 pounds, I'd go ahead and eat for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I was in perfect shape. Saturday morning, I weighed 309. I needed to lose another 0.6 pounds. A great day Saturday. Inexplicably gained 2 pounds.
Hey, when that happens.
Yeah. I went, fuck it. Scale's not right. I'm eating anyway. So,
I think, yeah, and I think that's all. I think that's, I think it's about how you're feeling and about where you're at. It's so. I don't think that's the end of the world. And like yesterday, yesterday was a great. I weighed like 254 yesterday morning, and I was like, yesterday morning I was like, and I had a great day, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna drop like 2 or 3 pounds this week. Weighed in still 254 this morning. It was. I was like, what? Yesterday I had like a protein shake, a fairly like normal lunch, and then half a salad for dinner. I gained, stayed the same weight. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, sometimes shit just happens. I mean, the first 4 days after flipping the switch, I lost 10.2 pounds. So,
yeah,
right. The plan giveth and the plan taketh away is the way that works. So,
that's true.
I mean, ultimately, and it is actually pretty good perspective. I am down from 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes, and I didn't pig out on Super Bowl. Number one, I didn't eat much. I had a couple of chips, but I didn't eat until the game was over.
Yeah, right.
Just because I was superstitious. I hadn't eaten yet.
Yeah.
Chiefs were doing okay. I said, "There's no way I'm going to fucking eat now."
Yeah.
So, but I had a couple slices of pizza and some chips and a couple cookies for dessert and all that. So, it happens. But putting it in perspective like that, still down. And having a decent week now, since I've put the spin on it, so
right,
all's well, it's fine. And I told you before, I made a steak tonight, which is the first time I can remember ever cooking myself a steak inside.
Yeah.
Done them on the grill a couple times. Not particularly good at it because I don't do them very much. You were talking that you had a lot of shitty steaks growing up, and I can make a mean burger.
I wouldn't even said I had a lot of
Awesome
shitty steaks.
chicken.
I think I had like one or two shitty steaks. Like
Yeah,
because we like you said, you don't cook steaks very often. I don't want that to be
no,
a you
I
know.
don't really like them. I don't really like steak.
Yeah, right.
And your mom doesn't eat steak, obviously. So even when she was eating meat, not a big steak eater. So anyway,
But man, we
uh,
cook a really good steak like you did, huh? Pretty dang
yeah,
good, huh?
yeah. I just got three little 4-ounce eye of rounds at Aldi in a pack, and just threw it and seared it and cooked it for a few minutes, basted it with butter, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. There you go. So
Say put a little rosemary in it, put a little fresh thyme or something in there.
I didn't do all that. I just put a little because I was kind of coming down to the wire here.
Oh yeah.
So I started cooking about 40 minutes before we were going to record.
Mm-hmm.
So
Been there
I
before.
needed this. I put a little Montreal steak seasoning on there, crushed up a little garlic, and a little salt and pepper, and called it good. So yeah,
Little
it's good.
S&P's the way for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Overall, yeah, happy and definitely happy with the plan, the way it's working out. I think I've made the right move here. So yeah, I'm just keeping the hammer down, and just for grins, since I've flipped the switch, down exactly 10 pounds
Nice.
since
Absolutely.
since the 20th of January. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So 10 pounds in a month,
Wow.
and
That's a good month.
I will take. Although I guess if you wanted to be a cynic, you could say, well, that's I lost most of it in the first 4 days, but or no, I'm sorry, I started at 326.8.
Yeah.
322.5 was after my first day.
I was
walk,
gonna
so
say, I was like, yeah.
so 14 pounds, 14.3 in 4 weeks. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I will take that each and every week.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
All right.
let's get into the bulk of today's episode. We're going to do a fast food minute, and it's going to be a lot longer than a minute. But today we're going to talk about the fish sandwiches of Lent. Obviously, everybody the chicken of the sea, as they call it, the fish sandwich. Well, plenty of people are calling it that. So we're going to start here with the big fish, as from Burger King. That's what we're going to start with here.
Okay, let me.
Yeah,
Let
sorry.
me find my Burger King link. Okay, good. Okay, no. You. Oh, okay. Another one where I've just got the.
All right, I got it, everybody.
The big fish. The big fish, the man says. Okay, there you go.
The huge fish, some would say. Massive
It used
fish.
to be a lot bigger. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. It used to be a lot bigger.
I'll tell you what, the only benefit to this kind of shrinkflation that we've seen inside of fast food, we were eating filet-o-fish on Monday, by the way. That thing is tiny. The thing is small nowadays. But the only benefit is... What?
I was usually relegated to getting a double. It's the double fish.
It's probably not even that bad for you. Because all that bread is a lot of these calories, I bet, on a lot of these sandwiches. But but the only benefit to kind of this shrinkflation that we've seen is that the nutrition don't lie. So it's getting smaller, but that means calories are getting smaller. So that's I guess a silver lining for anybody who's looking for one. Okay,
let's go with that.
Let's start here with the Burger King Big Fish. 570 calories, 30 grams of fat, carbohydrates, 58 carbohydrates, and 19.2 grams of protein. So not like bad, but again, that ratio of protein to carbs is what was that? 2.5 is not exactly what we love there, right around 2.5 ish. So not my favorite ratio that I love to see.
What to carbs? What are you saying?
Oh, 2.5? Almost 3.
Protein to carbs?
Protein to carbs. 3 carbs to 1 protein.
That's almost exactly 3.
And I would say, yeah, I was looking at the cholesterol.
1.6.
I saw the 50 for cholesterol, and I went, oh, okay, 2.5, and then
Yeah,
I realized I was like
3 times.
50. Yeah. So
You should have come up. You should have done a little board like you do for your grub buds, where we could have compared and contrasted.
I mean, I can make it. I mean, Excel sheet's nothing to me, dog. You challenging me? You think I can't make an Excel sheet real quick? Is that what you're saying to me, huh?
Not at all.
It sounds
All
like
right,
what you're saying to me.
All right, so 570 calories,
Mm-hmm.
30 grams of fat. We got no there's our baseline. All right, so let's move on to another one and see what we got. What are we going to talk about next?
Well, we're going to talk about me getting an Excel sheet ready. Hold on, oh, God.
Pretty good prep there, bud.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you know me. Always prepped.
Always prepped.
That's what they say. That's
Boy Scout motto: always be prepped.
Always be prepping. Yep. We're
Zach
preppers. Okay. All right. Okay. Next sandwich, the Wendy's crispy panko fish sandwich. Scott, this one has 520 calories.
Yeah.
It has
like health food compared to Burger King.
Yeah. You lose 50 calories for sure.
Less calories, 5 less grams of fat. Same carbs. What do we have? How many carbs do we have over there? 60? 58. Okay, so less carbs. Oh yeah, this will fit right in.
Yeah.
Only 50 net because there's 2 grams of fiber. So you got that. That's nice.
I got that going for me, which is nice.
More protein?
So it would seem. Yeah.
More grams. All right. So your ratio is a little better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Truman, here's a great example, and I know people can't see the screen. When you talk about eating real food, eating whole, fresh, real food.
Yep.
You go on when you look at the bun, you go one ingredient. You have enriched flour, which obviously sucks. They enrich all the nutrition out of it. That's what they do. They bleach it.
Mm-hmm.
Wheat flour, malted barley flour.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go niacin, reduced iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. Oh, that's all. Oh, that's all for the flour. I'm sorry. And then water, high fructose corn syrup, and/or sugar, yeast, soybean oil. That's the devil.
Yep.
And then just your list of the less than 2%ers that are unpronounceable.
Xanthan gum, cyanate, disodium. I guess that one's easy. Onion. Oh, dehydrated onions in there. Guanylate. Spice. There's just spice in there.
Spice. Yeah, just random
spice.
So
don't worry about it. Spice.
That's a pretty good rule of thumb. If you can't pronounce it, a lot of people say if it has more than 4 ingredients, you just toss it. For me, it's like if it gets to shit that doesn't sound natural, you don't do it. Just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Nope.
So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Even the fish fillet has the same enriched wheat flour on it that I guess they're using for the coating.
Well, it's probably in the bun too, I imagine.
It is on the bun for sure, but they break it down.
Oh wow!
Fish bun and tartar sauce. So
I see.
And the cheese.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even. Yeah, Jesus. How can American cheese have more? How can it have all those things in it, man? All right.
Can I interest you in cooking up a pickle? Cucumber, water, distilled vinegar. Okay, salt. Okay, now you're done. Nope, no, we're not. Calcium chloride, sodium benzoate, lactic acid, natural flavors, polysorbate, 80, and turmeric. It's a fucking pickle. What are you doing?
That's
what
crazy.
Are we doing?
I like.
Okay.
I had a guy who gave me a random lecture in the milk aisle at the grocery store, but because I was buying Anderson A&E eggnog, and he was like, "You're getting the good brand," and I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, here, look at the milk," and he's like, "Look at the ingredients. It says ingredients, milk." and that's it. All the other ones have ingredients, milk, comma, blah 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 blah, and you're like, yeah, I guess you got a good point there, guy. I guess
What
you know
else are
what?
they putting in milk?
I I don't know what to tell you. There's
Oh,
added
what
sugars
else?
sometimes.
I'm on sugars. Okay, I was honestly asking. I don't know what else they put in milk.
I mean, like on keto, you're not supposed to drink milk because there's so many sugars.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Yep.
I eat dairy, so
Right.
fuck right off. I think fuck right off of that.
But dairy isn't terrible, but like the milk, I guess I don't know what to say.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
All right, where are we going?
So Wendy's,
Arby's?
Wendy's slightly better than BK as it has less carbs, less calories, more protein.
Yeah.
So let's go to Arby's.
A little less sodium. I'm thinking Arby's. Now this is the one where eating the bun would actually be worth it.
Oh yeah, King's Hawaiian fish
nice.
sandwich. Yes, 695 calories.
You're paying the price.
You get the meats over there, as they say, even if it is
Arby's,
the meats of the sea. Oh my
Arby's
gosh!
known as the honey badger of fast food places.
Yeah,
Arby's don't give a fuck.
Yeah, as everybody goes the other way, Arby's says, you know what? Double the meat, double the calories, double the carbs.
695 on the calories.
Yep,
74 grams of fat. So you get a lot of calories for that extra 4 grams of fat. You do.
Yeah. Well, because it's all in the carbs. 74 grams of carbs, but 25 grams of protein. But again, I'd still have to rank the Wendy's fish sandwich on a little bit better. That Wendy's fish sandwich was a 2-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein. Again, not a great ratio. You like it be 2-1 the other way, but 2-1 that way is still better than the 3-1 we're getting with the other two. So.
And I'm guessing that Wendy's fish, and I haven't had one in a while. I'm guessing that Wendy's fish is tiny.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet you're right.
I do like a good King's Hawaiian roll. It's no secret.
Yeah. It's hard to beat. We went off script. We didn't go King's Hawaiian roll for our barbecue sandwiches at the Super Bowl this year. I said, listen.
Homemade bread?
No, we got some rolls from the Sam's Club bakery, but they were, I guess, fresh rolls. So, but maybe next year we make our own bread. Maybe you're right. But yeah, so there you go. Arby's a little bit worse, or the worst one's probably so far. Most calorie, but it is probably also the biggest. So take for that what you will. All right,
Bigger
McDonald's.
Than the big fish? I think it is. It's because it's the fish deluxe.
The fish deluxe. Yeah, this is the King's Hawaiian fish deluxe. All right, McDonald's. Let's do the Filet-O-Fish. Everybody knows. Everybody loves it. Question mark. Mickey Doos. Listen. It's small. There's nothing to say. There's nothing more I can really say about it. 390 calories, 39 grams of carbs, 16 grams of protein. It's
I want to back up 1 second. I just noticed this. I want to point out something about the King's Hawaiian.
Okay.
19 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
Not even sure how you do that.
The Hawaiian rolls.
I guess for comparison, Burger King had 8.1 and Wendy's had like 6.
Yeah, 6 is right.
So you're paying. They apparently that's just not sweet butter. It's just sugar as well in the buns. So
yeah.
So McDonald's. Good news, bad news, Truman. If you want to eat a fish sandwich with the fewest amount of calories and the fewest amount of fat, that's your place right there. 390 calories. 19 grams of fat, 39 carbs.
Yes, it's still not a great ratio.
Like having a fucking salad.
It's not. Yeah, compared to the other ones, it's the most reasonable of all the sandwiches. It's the only one where I talk about I have a 600 calorie goal. It's the only one where you can still probably get a side. You can maybe get a small fry and be under your calorie goal at McDonald's there. Small fry and an iced tea.
You will be filled up for approximately 11 minutes after you're done with this sandwich.
Yeah, right. I assume it's very similar to that bowl of cereal that you get where it's like, yeah, that's less calories than if you ate steak and eggs, but you're going to be hungry in about an hour.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've talked before about, my breakfast, my 600 calorie breakfast, homemade versus Egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns, and a tea.
Oh.
Same amount of calories. Hungry about 6 hours later, I eat my own food. So
for sure.
All right, Very good, very good. And now let's go to the one that I think your mom, by the way, is the connoisseur of fish sandwiches, and she doesn't eat meat. So she loves Lent because she will occasionally grab the fish sandwich, and this one is her favorite.
This one's her favorite. I can't remember which one we ranked the highest. We did a whole fish sandwich episode. I want to say Popeye's spicy fish sandwich one. I think you're right. I think we agreed. And then I think Culver's was like number 2. I didn't even send you the Culver's one, but
this is Popeye's. This is just the classic flounder fish sandwich.
Yeah, it didn't feel right to compare their spicy to everybody else's.
No, it's apples to slightly sweeter apples.
Yeah,
but
right, yeah.
So 681.4 calories. That's nice of them to lay that, and it just came directly from the lab.
And Popeye's the only one who actually gets it right, because actually the thing that we know as calories is capital C calories, because it's actually kilocalories. Did you know that?
Did not.
Yes. So the actual 1 calorie is actually a very small unit of heat, because it's all about energy that our body uses up. This is all energy that it measures in. So
Correct.
381. When we talk about, I had 600 calories for breakfast. No, you really had 600,000 calories for breakfast. But it's not worth it really for us to show you if it's 681, 324. That's too long, and doesn't really make sense for how we measure or how it's going to relate to your body.
I prefer a mix. I like to use kilocalories when I eat food. I like to use calories when I work out.
Yes, yeah.
I just burned 27,000 calories, and now I'm going to have a 30-calorie dinner. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So beside the point, but that's just something that I always find that's funny about like Popeyes. I think is the only one I've ever seen that does it, is they put the kilocalories in. But so Popeyes 681 calories for the fish sandwich. Fat 35.5 grams of fat. Carb wise 65.7 grams of carbs, which was going to round up to 66 grams of carbs. And protein is 25.6. So we're going to round that up to 25 or 26 grams of protein. So,
yeah. So it's a better ratio.
Better ratio than the Arby's. Arby's was it's got 8 less grams of carbs, 8 less carbs and 1 more gram of protein for compared to Arby's, because Arby's is really the only thing that's in its. There's really 3 tiers of fish sandwiches you can see here. Wendy's and Burger King, fairly comparable. I'd go to Wendy's. Arby's and Popeyes, fairly comparable. I'd go to Popeyes. And McDonald's is certainly the child's meal of all the fish sandwiches. But as far as the macros go, Wendy's wins. Wendy's has the best. That's the best. Again, you'd rather be eating more protein than carbs, but if you're going to have more carbs than protein, you might as well have the smallest number of carbs and protein. And they're only 2-1. Everybody else is a lot closer to that 3-1 mark.
My goal would be, not my goal, but I would like to find if anybody has a diet where any of these work, where any of these fit into your plan comfortably. Please let us know. Drop us a comment and let us know.
Moderation.
It's as far as if you want to have it, if it's Lent, you're a big fan of fish sandwiches. You're like, well, I'm happy in this 6-week period. I can grab a fish sandwich or 2. This will help you make a better decision. So,
right.
Yeah.
But
very good.
But the flip side of it all is that again, we talk about the 600-calorie meal. If I go to McDonald's, I'm aiming for a 600-calorie meal. I don't even know if you can fit. I'll pull it up. I don't even know if you can fit in a small fry, legitimately. Where it's like, I think you're going to be, let's see, world famous fries. Small fries, 230 calories. So no, at a small fry in a Filet-O-Fish, 620. So yes, you could eat it, but that'll be it, and that's your lunch. And I bet you'll be hungry in probably 2 hours.
Yeah. Bring some nuts.
Yeah.
Bring some nuts for 3:30 because you're going to need them.
Or you can make your steak, which let's see, let's look up like a Kansas City strip steak, like 10-ounce Kansas City strip steak.
I had a 4 ounce eye of round. I can tell you.
Yeah. All right. 4-ounce eye of round.
Mm-hmm.
Eye of round steak nutrition. There it is. Eye of round steak facts. 4-ounce raw. So you probably cook some of it out even. 150 calories. You could eat 1 pound worth of eye of round steaks for what you could eat a fish fillet and a small McDonald's fry for.
There you go.
All calories are not created equal. That's what I'm willing to say.
All right now.
Hell, have 2 eye of rounds and you could have probably a large soda, and it's probably still better macros than what you're going to be looking at for that McDonald's.
I went nuts. I had 4 ounces of steak, and I made myself 4 ounces of potatoes in the air fryer.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of carbs that way, but I'm gonna light the rest of the day, so I can still bring it in my bowl. And yeah, I'm not gonna be hungry for the rest of the night.
No.
And a lot of I've told you before, I follow a lot of low carb, even carnivore type people, and they start the day with steak and eggs.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet, but I could see it. I could see myself getting there. It was tasty. It was damn tasty. It wasn't tough. I thought it was going to be tough. It was about $11 for 3 steaks. I thought that was a good price. And yeah, I'm happy. I like this plan a lot. I hope it continues to be successful for me.
Absolutely. All right, so let's. So that wraps up our fast food minute. I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment that we did there, talking about the fish sandwiches of Lent.
Give you a little heads up, and something I recommend everybody do during Lent. You have Friday evenings clear. Find a good Catholic church. Go get a bunch of fish or shrimp.
Right, as long as you're, again, we are, I think we've alluded to things enough on here at times. We're not incredibly religious, me or you. But when we go and do this at these churches, we do support their church. We're not taking from. It's not a free meal that we're sneaking in on. We pay full price. We take no family discounts. So we say, let us pay you for this service. We'll help support your church. We'll eat some good fish fries or whatnot.
First time we went, even you guys were probably 19.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
21 and 23.
I know exactly what you're going to talk about, yeah.
There was 6 of us, and I think it was $15 a piece was the price.
Yeah.
It would be $90. And the guy says, he looks at us, he says, makes a great guess. He says, "Are you all in the same family?" Like, yeah. He goes, "Oh, you get the family price. It's $40. I'm like, no. We're not doing that.
This family is about to eat $90 worth of shrimp. Do not charge us $40, man.
Yeah, and we paid the full lug. So we could have beaten them up with their blessing. And I said no. We're not doing that. Yeah. So we do not take the family discount, even though it is offered to us quite often.
Right.
And it's the one particular place. I wish I could tell you where. I can tell you where it is. It's at Armour and Broadway. Can't remember the name of the church. That's what. Oh
man, I think it's the church. I think it's the Church of the Resurrection.
I think that's right. I thought it was the Church of the Immaculate Crustacean. That is not correct. We are connoisseurs of this. We've been doing this about 5-6 years now, and they are the best. All the shrimp, all the fish you can eat, and it's grilled. It's broiled fish. Is not fried. It's not fish sticks. No. Good quality white fish, and they know how to cook those shrimp. They've been doing it so many years. They have nailed the cook, and that's so much of the battle. You go to a lot of other places; they're either underdone or overdone. These guys, they know their shrimp.
Would he tell you guys that we are the connoisseur, the Redemptionist Catholic Church? That's right.
There you
go. It's not the Church of the Resurrectionists. It's the Church of the Redemptionists.
And not Redemptorist.
Yes.
And not the Church of the Immaculate Crustacean.
Redemptorist. Catholic Church down Linwood and Broadway.
Linwood and Broadway, not Armour and Broadway. My bad. Yeah. And you got to be quick. If you got to eat early because it goes from like 5 to 7:30 maybe. 5 to 7.
And I'll tell you what, not only is that meal an awesome meal, But you eat all that, and then as you're walking out, they've got a table with a bunch of old ladies in the church that make incredible homemade desserts, and they charge you pennies on the dollar for it.
How much for that plate of brownies? It's a quarter. What?
Yeah, especially if you're there at the end of the night. They're like, just take it, dude. They're pushing. You want a bundle? We'll start bundling stuff. If you buy this plate, I'll give you this plate for free. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I've had some of the best time putting things together. Like, okay, what about if I do this and this and this? And they always go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So,
yeah, who cares? Yeah, it's a great time. I highly recommend it. Obviously, I'm not a member. I'm getting nothing out of this.
No.
But
I'm helping support them. Yeah, right. So I don't.
It's a good cause. I think it all goes to the Priest Legal Defense Fund. I'm not sure.
All right.
Probably not accurate. And one year we went, and they had a guys doing a contest for the March Madness, and I ended up winning enough that I actually paid for 2 dinners there. So that was fun too.
Is that true?
Absolutely. Oh, that's absolutely true. I think it was the first time we went.
Somebody
was like selling, and I can't remember what it was. It was like, it wasn't squares, but you didn't get to pick your team. I don't remember how it worked. You got your teams, and I looked up and went, oh shit, I cashed, and I looked at the pay schedule. I'm like, I cashed I think I made a couple $100.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So
that's funny. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, they got liquor there. They got beer. You want to get a beer? It's Catholic church. It's not fucking prison. So you can get a beer. You can find the guy that's got the sheet for the Final Four. You got the you can gamble. You can eat shrimp. It's really kind of a perfect day.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's what I'd recommend over a fish sandwich from any of these fast food restaurants.
Yeah, and it's probably maybe $20 this year. It's usually, I think when we first started it was 15.
I think it's been 15. I think it's been 15 every year, man.
Is it still 15?
Because I think it makes for even change. It could be 20 this year, and listen, it's still a steal at 20. But
oh my god, yeah. Find another all-you-can-eat fish and shrimp for $20. I dare you.
Right, and they, listen. There's no guilt. They don't even do the Catholic guilt where you go up there for the 4th plate. Nobody's saying 4th plate, huh? They're just like, here you go.
No, it's just shit. And you got.
Do you want the other fish this time too? That's the only thing they might say. Yeah. And they say, I know you don't like corn. Don't worry.
You got kids that are picky. They're not quite ready for the fish or shrimp. You got a little cheese pizza.
Got a little cheese pizza situation. Mm-hmm.
I like school cafeteria cheese pizza, but yeah. So anyway, all right, there you go, bud.
All right, so let's do a little bit of challenge recap here real quick. My challenge, I know for the last 2 weeks, was to not drink any calories. I know that I failed on that challenge. I had a couple beers during the game. I had a soda on my birthday. That was about it, but I did fail a little bit. And I can't remember. Yours was just because you had flipped that switch. We were gonna let you stay in that pocket. We weren't.
I was gonna try to lose the 5 pounds.
This show is desperately needing me to get back on diets, so we have some better. Some interesting. This show is desperately needing me to get back on some diets, so that way we have an easier way to fill this time other than the challenge rounds.
Instead of flipping the switch, you're like, you've got the dimmer, and you just keep turning it up and down. You're like, the lights are getting dim. Oh, no, turn it back up.
I will say though, I did feel like I'm ready to turn it on. What I was going to say earlier that I forgot to mention is that for me, and I guess this will be my challenge round for the week. I've really it's like so when people ask what your favorite food is, if you say pizza, you're the lamest human being to ever exist. I'll say that. Cuz pizza is not, pizza is anything, right? You could have somebody else's actual favorite food on your pizza. My favorite food's buffalo chicken. All right, well, have a buffalo chicken pizza. I love barbecue. All right, have a barbecue pizza. Pizza is just pizza, right? It's just meat.
It's a delivery device.
Yes, pizza is bread, sauce, and cheese. After that, it is anything you want it to be. And that's great, but it's the same thing. If your favorite food is tacos, dude, come on. Tell me your favorite taco, at least. My favorite food is buffalo chicken pizza. That's an answer. My favorite food is pizza.
Taco pizza. Yes,
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. My favorite food is tacos. Okay, what kind of tacos? Where are you getting them from? Oh, just tacos. Any taco. All right, cool, dude. I'm putting Cheerios in a fucking taco shell and giving it to you uncooked. There you go.
I told you I worked with a guy on the road once that didn't like sandwiches. What kind of sandwich? Any kind of sandwich. I don't like sandwiches. Okay. I can no longer talk to you because you're not a real human being.
Oh, see, this is even funny for me because there's a I guess Zoomer meme that goes around. It says dudes be like, I hate Subway, and it's like, my brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. It's like you picked the toppings. What do you mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
They don't have what you want at Subway. Maybe you shouldn't go to Subway. Maybe you
yeah,
should stop going to Subway.
just go make a sandwich at home, you nerd.
I've
Yeah.
heard Subway's expensive now. Is that true?
Yeah, it is fair. You like if you get a foot long, a drink, and chips. Oh, get ready to pay $12 or $13 probably.
Okay. All right. Because I'm seeing like we took the family of four to Subway. It was $100. Thanks, Joe Biden. I'm like, what?
I
Oh,
did you all get the party subs?
right. Okay, so that
but a lot of those
that's not-
places, I've said this before, they're pricing themselves into, okay, well, I'll just go get real food for that price then.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's one of the big reasons, even before we were eating healthy, one of the big reasons that I didn't like going to fast food. I'm like, well, why would I pay, $11 for a Big Mac meal or whatever
Right.
when I could go, have Mexican for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I could go have Gary's meatloaf at Red Door for like $17. Why would I?
Right.
Why would I do that? Fast food is what it is because it's supposed to be cheap.
Right. Yeah.
When it ain't cheap, what are we doing? We're doing
Right.
nothing.
I know.
All right, old man ran over. I think the clouds are gone.
Okay, my thing to say. So what I was gonna say was that what I've realized for me is that it's like that, but I like salads a lot. I've been eating a lot of salads this past week. I know I text you in the middle of the week. I go to Cava a fair amount of time. I get their Greek salad over there. It is a fairly good option. It's 600 calories exactly. But I mean, it's this big of a bowl of food. I can switch out the protein if I want to. I normally get the chicken, but last time I switched out to the spicy lamb meatball, and that was fire as well. So, and then I had a salad from a pizza place. Ironically, I got one from Spin Pizza as I was on my way to bowling. So, my goal this week is to just eat salads. Eat more salads whenever we're gonna go do a fast food or something. Just grab a salad because, again, like I've said, I like almost every kind of food. So it does not make sense for me. There's not much I dislike. So it does not make sense for me to not eat healthy food because it's not like I won't enjoy the healthy food.
Yeah, that's huge, and that's we've talked. That's one of my big problems. I don't like veggies. I don't I don't like Brussels sprouts or broccoli or I just don't. So I've got to be a little more careful, but certainly be done. So I don't really. I'm trying to think of. I don't really have a challenge for myself.
I think that's fine. I think we need to change this segment. But
okay. All right, I challenge myself to come up with a new segment before next week.
There you go. Absolutely. We need more guests. I'm going to put a call out on Facebook also. I feel like people are more likely to comment on a Facebook than a tweet.
Okay.
But I think we're going to have more guests. We need to hound Mom for more Mom's Minutes. I actually need to text Mom to see if she wants to come over and see our cat tomorrow. So,
okay.
But beside the point. But also, if she comes over, I'll hound her for Mom's Minutes.
Apparently, we're going to see Jay Beatty play guitar at a barbecue place tomorrow night.
Oh, very interesting.
Got that going for me.
Nice.
Blind Box Barbecue. I've never been there.
Heard very good things. Haven't been, but I've heard very good things. Which one are you going? Are you going to the one at the Legends or are you going to the one on Shawnee Mission?
The one at the Legends. The other one was too close. We want to go, but we want to make sure you have to drive at least 40 minutes to get there. Oh, yeah. Well, fuck, it's the Legends then.
Well, I'm not sure the Shawnee Mission one would have been much closer for you. Maybe 10 minutes. I don't think anything on the Kansas side is going to be pretty close to you, but without doxing you there. But yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So your challenge is to come up with a new segment and maybe find another guest. Let's all everybody. All right, everybody's watching this. Everybody go out and ask everybody in your life if they want to come on the show, and everybody who's listening to this or is on this show right now, come with 3 guests ready next week. All right, thanks guys.
Yep.
Really great.
That's quite.
It's a viewer challenge as well.
The audience has a challenge as well. Exactly right. So yeah, let's have a good week. Let's stick to it. Let's get back on track. I don't want to make weight a challenge. You know, I told you I didn't really like doing the 5-pound thing.
No,
I don't want to make that a challenge, but I would like to see more, at least 2 pounds. That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, right. It's a challenge every week. It's honestly it becomes a lot like bowling because I wanna hit 230 every time. But you like that? That's part of my tight 5. But it's also a lot like bowling where you can't exactly go, okay, I want to break 700 tomorrow. And it's like, okay, there's nothing you can do that says, okay, I'm going to just try harder, and that's going to make me break 700. It's like, no.
I've never shot 200. Is that a problem?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't say, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds next week. No, man. You can say, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and then what happens. Listen, I say, okay, I really want to focus setting the ball right on the ground, making sure I'm not coming out of my hand motion too early. Great, awesome. There you go. Cool. That might help. Let's see what that does for your game. All right, cool. I'm going to eat salads next week and not drink soda. Let's see what that does for my game. Maybe I'll lose 10 pounds. Maybe I'll lose 3 pounds, but it is what it should be, right? So,
agreed.
It's part of it all.
The book that I'm reading right now says it's about the. I think I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to remember it exactly, but it's about the process, not the goal.
Right. Absolutely. That's what I mean. It's a common, again, totally off topic, and this will explain a couple things. It's a common ADHD strategy is that you can't say, okay, I need to clean the house. It's say, okay, what does cleaning the house really consist of? I need to sweep the floor, I need to vacuum the carpet, I need to clean my closet, I need to wash my clothes. Okay, let's start with cleaning the floor. Make a list, check it off. It's, if it's a big task, it sounds daunting. I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, that is daunting. Okay, what will it take for me to lose 50 pounds? Okay, I need to stop drinking soda. I need to start eating salads. I need to work out 4 times a week. I need to do this. Okay, let's start with stopping drinking soda. Okay, then let's add this. That's how these things are going. You just kind of have to have that kind of goal breakdown. And the ADHD strategies are why this show is going to be almost 50 minutes. So, we appreciate you guys all for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. Scott, do you have anything to add before we get on out of here?
I don't. We can make it we can tie it into the whole diet thing by saying you want to get to your goal by taking small bites.
Ooh, nice.
That's it for me. I'm out of here.
That's classic. That's classic right there. Guys, we really appreciate you. Twitter.com/SteamMachine, Twitter.com/SteamRoller, YouTube, Open Disaster Productions if you don't want to see our face, Spotify, Apple, where we find it. Guys, we appreciate you for being here. The dreamers, the believers, even the fat guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.